So let's begin by taking your arms up towards the ceiling, pointing your fingers up. And keeping your right arm straight, take it over towards the left. Take hold of your elbow with either the right hand or the inside of the right foot roll. Gently push down. And straighten both arms up. Take the left arm over to the side. And just apply gentle pressure on the elbow again, with either the hand or the inside of the forearm. And straighten both arms up towards the ceiling. Stretch up with your fingers so that the back of your shoulders come up off the mat. And then take your hands to the ground above your head and stretch out with your fingers. Bring your arms round in a big semicircle down to your hips. And then stretch back up towards the ceiling. And allow your hands down to the hips. And bring them round to the ground above your head. Stretch out. And then stretch up to the ceiling once more. And bring your feet up off the ground. Bend the knees. And bring your hands down to the knees. Hug your knees into your chest. Then extend your feet up towards the ceiling. Point the toes, straighten the legs. And gently pull back on both legs. And ease that tension off. Relax your ankles. Bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet down to the ground. And extend your arms out to the sides. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, lower the knees to the left. Inhale to the centre. And exhale over to the right. Inhale back to the centre. Bring your arms in towards your sides. Turn over onto your side. And push yourself up onto your hands and knees. As you breathe in, allow your belly to sink down. Raise your chin up in cow. And as you breathe out, arch your back. Bring your chin in and squeeze your hips forward. Go into cat. And breathe into cow. And breathe out to cat. And breathe in. And breathe out. relax your back down. Walk your hands in towards your knees. Come up to kneeling. Take the hands to the bottom of the back. Gently ease your hips forward, taking a back bend. And bring your shoulders forward. Sit back onto your heels. Reach forward with your hands. Bring your shoulders and your hips, your chest forward. Walk your hands in. Come to seated. Taking your left foot out in front. Bring your right foot into the side of your thigh. Toes pointing up. Bring your hands back alongside your hips. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, gently fall forward, nice and easy. Still early in the session this morning. Just ease that relaxation into the back of the thigh. The back of the hamstring and the bottom of the back. Inhale, raise your arms up. Rotate round to your right, bring your left hand down to the right knee, right hand behind the back, and twist to look back over your right shoulder. And relax to come forward. Take your right hand over the top of the left thigh, left hand behind your back, and twist to look back over your left shoulder. And relax to come forward. Take your right foot out in front, bring your left foot in. Toes pointing up on the right foot, bring your hands alongside your hips. Straighten your spine again. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come up. Rotate your body round to the left, bringing your right hand down onto your left knee, right hand behind the back, and twist to look back over your left shoulder. Relax to come forward. Left hand over the top of the right thigh, right hand behind your back, and twist to look back over your right shoulder. And relax to come forward. Bring your right foot in and take your hands to the ground in front of you. Bring yourself up onto your knees and straighten your feet out behind. Curl your toes under and push up to downward facing dog. walk your feet up to the front of the mat. Come into a forward fold. Inhale, come up. Interlace your fingers at the top. Take a side bend to the left. Back to the centre. And over to the right. Back to the centre. Release the grip on your fingers. Take an inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Take a step back on your right foot. And then turn the toes out, coming onto the heel. Push down into the ground with your left foot, bringing your hands up in front. And as the hands come up, turn your left hand palm back. Take the right hand all the way over, back to your thigh, and reach back to reverse warrior. Lower your left hand back down. Turn the palm down and bring the right hand up. So we're coming to warrior two. Looking out over your left hand. Bring your right arm forward. Raise your hands up to warrior one. Turn your right foot onto the ball of the foot. Sink your hips down. And bring your hands down to shoulder height. Bend at the elbows, palms facing forward. Pull back across your chest. Take a back bend. And raise your hands back up. And turn your your right foot back down onto the heel, so we're back to warrior one. And let your left arm come down, bend at the elbow. Turn your chest to face the long side of the mat and reach over with the right hand. Go into side angle. And lower your right hand down. Bring it down to the mat. Take the left hand off your thigh. Bring that down to the mat and turn on to the ball of the right foot. And then step up to forward fold. Step back with your left foot. And turn your left foot onto the heel, turning the toes out. Raise your arms up in front. And start to turn the right hand palm back. Left hand all the way back onto your thigh and reach back with the right hand to reverse warrior. Bring your right arm forward. Turn the palm down, bring the left hand up. Into warrior two, looking out over your right hand. Draw your left arm forward, turning your chest and your shoulders, and raise your hands up to warrior one. And turn your left foot over onto the ball of the foot. Sink your hips down. And allow your hands down to shoulder height. Palms facing forward, bend your arms. Pull back across the chest. Take a back bend. And then reach back up. And turn your left foot back onto the heel. Lower your right arm down, bend at the elbow. Turn your chest to face the long side of the mat. And allow your left hand down, reaching over to side angle. And let your left hand come down. Take your right hand off the thigh, bring it down to the mat. Left foot onto the ball of the foot. And step up to forward fold. Inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower down. And just relax your shoulders. And turn so you're facing the long side of your mat. Coming out to a nice wide stance. Toes pointing forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. Interlace your fingers. And take a side bend to the left. And back to the centre. And over to the right. Back to the centre. Release the grip on your hands. Take an inhale. And exhale, fold forward. come up. Lower your arms down to shoulder height, bend at the elbows, palms facing forward, and turn your toes out to about 45 degrees. Bend your knees and sink your hips down. Come into Goddess. Take your left hand down to your left hip, reach up with the right hand and stretch over to the left. And raise the right hand back up, lower it down to the hip, push up with the left hand and reach over to the right. And reach up with the left hand and then the right hand, straighten the legs, bring the toes to point forward. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up. And lower your arms down to shoulder height again, palms facing forward. Turn your left foot out, keeping the left leg straight. Reach with the left hand and then tilt your body. Bring the left hand down towards the ground, right hand up towards 12 o'clock in triangle. And raise your body back up. Turn your left foot in and turn your right foot out. And reach with the right hand. And then lower your right hand down, raising your left hand up. And raise your body back up. Toes to point forward. Take an inhale. And exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower your arms down to your sides. And toe and heel your feet in. Just give your hips a gentle rock from side to side. And then bring yourselves back up to the front of the mat. Take an inhale here, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Step back on the left foot. And then on the right foot, and push your hips up to downward facing dog. And forward to plank. And put your feet onto the insteps. And lower your hips down, trying to keep your thighs up off the ground in upward facing dog. Come back onto the balls of the feet. And lower your chest down to the mat. Feet back to the insteps. And push up to cobra. And back onto the balls of your feet. And reach up to downward facing dog again. And go through that sequence once more, so bring your chest forward to plank. Feet onto the insteps. And sink your hips down to upward facing dog. Back to plank. And lower your chest down. Push up to cobra. And back to downward facing dog. And take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower your knees down to the mat. Sit back onto your heels. And stretch forward with your hands. Bring your chest forward and draw your hands in underneath your shoulders. Straighten your left leg out behind. Point the toes. Then keeping the leg straight, lower the left leg down, coming onto the ball of the foot. And raise your right hand up. And allow your right hand down. Bring the left knee in. Straighten your right leg out behind. Point your toes. And lower the right leg down, coming onto the ball of the foot. And raise the left hand up. And lower back down. Bring your right knee in. Take the toes together, the knees out to the edges of the mat. And sit back onto your heels. Lower your chest and shoulders down. Reach forward with your hands. Bring your chest forward. Walk your hands in. Bring your knees to hip width apart and take your ankles hip width apart as well. And sit back in between your heels. And push up onto your knees and reach up to the ceiling. Take a gentle back bend. And lower the arms down. Sit back to your heels. Take your hands just behind the back of your hips. Push your chest up and then raise your hips up. And sit back down. Bring your weight forward. Push up to your knees once more. And reach up with your hands. And take a back bend. And lower your arms down. Sit back in between your heels. And take your weight back onto your hands. Just as far as it's comfortable for you to go. Walk your hands back. If you can come down onto your elbows and your forearms. And if the flexibility in your knees and your thighs allows you to, you can bring your back down onto the mat. And even stretch out with your hands above the head. Bring your weight back to your elbows if you can. And push yourself back up. Take your hands down onto the mat and turn your feet onto the balls of the feet. And just take your weight back onto the balls of the feet, stretching through your heels and your hamstrings. Allow your chest to come down towards your thighs and relax the back of your neck. And bring your weight back onto your knees and come to seated in the middle of your mat. Take your left hand over onto the right knee, right hand behind your back. And twist to look back over your right shoulder. relax to come forward. Take the right hand onto the left knee, left hand behind the back. Twist to look back over your left shoulder. And come back to the centre. Take your right hand down to the mat. Left hand palm up. Take an inhale, reach up. And exhale, reach over. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take the left hand down. Right hand palm up. Inhale. And exhale, reach over. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lower down. And take both of your feet out in front. Toes pointing up. Bring your hands back alongside your hips. Fingers pointing forward. And come up onto your sit bones. Bring your chest forward. Just slightly raise the chin. And take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower down. And bring your backs down onto the mat. Arms alongside your body with the palms facing down. And bring your heels up towards your buttocks. Remembering, keep your ankles slightly apart. Push down into the ground with the soles of your feet and push your hips up. Push down with your shoulders into the mat to bring your chest up. If you can, bring your hands underneath the bottom of your back and interlace your fingers. Turn your shoulder blades in and push your chest up. And let go of the grip on your fingers. Let your shoulder blades come back out. And lower your hips down to the mat. And your feet up off the ground. Bend your knees and hug your knees into your chest. feet down to the mat. Knees and ankles together. And extend your arms out to the sides. Cross your right leg over the top of the left leg. You can inhale here. As you exhale, lower your knees to the right. Inhale back to the centre. And exhale over to the left. Inhale to the centre. And take the right foot down to the mat. Cross the left leg over the top of the right. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower the knees to the left. Inhale to the centre. And exhale over to the right. Inhale back to the centre. In the left foot, place it at the side of the right. Relax your knees out to the sides. Bringing the soles of your feet together. And extend your feet down to the bottom of the mat. Take your ankles apart. Relax the toes out to the sides. Bring your arms to a comfortable position, whether that's still outstretched or closer into the sides of your body. Keeping the palms facing up. Take your awareness now up to the crown of your head. Become aware of the forehead and temples, muscles in the face and the jaw. And as you breathe in, visualize the air going into the muscles in the face and jaw, filling them up with air. And then as you breathe out, all that air leaves. The muscles relax and go soft. Breathe in, fill the muscles up with air. Breathe out, relax and soften. Take your awareness now into your neck, into the trapezius muscles between the bottom of your neck and your shoulders, into your shoulder joints and shoulder muscles. And as you breathe in, visualise you breathing into those muscles, filling them up with air. As you breathe out, all that air leaves and the neck and shoulders relax and soften. With each breath, the muscles get more and more relaxed. Now take your awareness into your arms, into the muscles at the top of the arms, the elbow joints, and the muscles in the forearms. As you breathe in, imagine filling those muscles up with air. As you breathe out, the muscles in the arms relax and soften. Now take your awareness into your wrists and hands, into your thumbs and fingers. And as you breathe in, visualise the air coming in through your nostrils, going down your arms, filling your hands and fingers and thumbs all the way to the tips. And then as you breathe out, the wrists and hands relax and soften. And take your awareness into your upper body. Into the chest and rib cage. The muscles across the top of the back. The spine and the muscles running down the spine. And breathe into your upper body. As you breathe out, let that air go. And all the muscles relax and soften. Breathe in, fill up with air. Breathe out, relax and soften. Take your awareness now into the core of your body. The stomach muscles, the muscles around the sides of the body and in the bottom of the back. The pelvis and hips, and the muscles in the buttocks. As you breathe in, visualise that you're breathing into the core of your body, filling it up with air, and as you breathe out, all that air leaves. The muscles in the core of the body relax and soften. awareness into your legs now. The hamstrings at the back of the legs. The muscles in the thighs. The knees and calf muscles. And as you breathe in, visualise the muscles in the legs filling up with air. And then as you breathe out, all that air leaves. The muscles in the legs relax and soften. And finally take your awareness into the ankles, into the feet, into the toes. And as you breathe in, visualise the air coming in through your nostrils, going all the way down your body and filling your ankles and feet up. As you breathe out, all that air leaves. The ankles and feet relax and soften. And take a few moments now, allowing yourself to rest in that feeling of relaxation throughout your body. And then bring your awareness back to the physical sensations in your body. Move your focus around your body, noticing the different feelings in the muscles and joints. Noticing the parts of your body that are in contact with the ground. And noticing the parts of your body that are moving as you breathe in and breathe out. So let's gently start to bring some movement back into the body now. Move your hands and feet. Your knees and hips. Move your chest and back. Your arms and your shoulders. Your head and neck. And when you're ready, if you turn on to your right side, and then in your own time, bring yourself back up to seated. Just taking another moment or two here. Enjoying that feeling of relaxation in your body. the sense of stillness in your mind. And take a deep breath in and out. And if you've had your eyes closed, gently open them now. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.